Hello clickers! My name is Maria Shandorova and I'm responsible for product development at Inphinity. This is a video about what's new in the latest release of your favorite writeback extension, Inphinity Forms. It's a minor release, but it contains very interesting improvements and some of you already told me it's their favorite release. So please give me a few minutes and you will see on your own. The first very important improvement is based on our big clients' feedback. They really want and need to store data in databases for big data as well as cloud databases. Since this release of Inphinity Forms, you can store your data directly from your Qlik application to databases like Hive or Snowflake and some more. For Hive and Snowflake, you can also use this connection wizard for definition of the database connection. For others, feel free to use the type other. There are so many use cases when you really need all this data about your employees, your customers, orders, or anything else. But you would prefer to be focused on a specific employee when editing data about him. Highlighting a row is really helpful, but in some use cases, it can be really better, and it is now. You can allow your users to have the possibility to open each row in a single record view. When I click on this button, the pop-up with data about a specific employee is here. I can simply edit it, switch between different modes. That can be very helpful, especially for different devices. Like on your mobile phone, I think you would prefer to scroll down. But on the other hand, when you use computer or tablet, this window may be more comfortable for use. All these views are compatible, so any change I make are now available also here in Form General, in the default table structure. What's also great about these different views is that they are not compatible only when it comes to the content of the cell, but all features are available with all of them. So when I open this specific row in a single record view, value checks are still here. What I think many of you will appreciate is also the possibility to set this single record view as default for adding new rows. So once I click on Add Row, the single record view appears. But it's about the settings, and you can customize it however you need and however your users want. As always, in this release, we were also thinking about the seamless usage and definition of Inphinity Forms. That means that everything about a single record view can be defined very simply in a properties panel. You can find more details about the customization in the technical documentation. My favorite feature of this release I'm especially proud of is the auto calculation. Having the possibility to recalculate numbers based on other editable values in the very same time is important, especially for use cases like planning and budgeting and so on. But we were thinking, do we really need to create a new field type, auto-calculated number? Wouldn't it be useful if the traffic light or stars can be automatically updated? So we decided to do it this way and allow auto calculation for every single field type that's available within Inphinity Forms. Here in my targets, I can update quarterly targets, total target is auto calculated, and the difference with the last year as well. But I also have this traffic light and what does the boss think field that are updated automatically. It can help me to set targets in proper ways so I can be sure we will grow and the boss will be happy. And once this simulation is over and these are numbers I want to save, I can save it, or I can save the data and trigger the recalculation of the application. So these numbers are right now used in a data model all over this QlikSense application. That can be really useful, don't you think? You can use many different field types within Infinity Forms. For data that can be on and off, yes or no, and so on, you have the possibility to use the checkbox. But sometimes checkbox is simply not good enough, and you want to have something much more visible. In this release, we have added a new field type, switch. We know how important it is to keep improving the user experience of the product. Therefore, we are doing it. Since this release, you can select specific dimensions directly in Forms object. And for longer text, you have here this tooltip. When I do any changes and trying to leave this window without the save, the browser itself warns me about it. So I can simply click on cancel, save the data, and close the application. You can also copy values from the data model the same way as it is possible in Qlik default table. And there are much more small improvements you may or may not notice when using Infinity Forms. However, I'm sure they will make your experience when using Infinity Forms even more seamless and intuitive. The last but not least are small improvements within object commenting. And the highlight is this new search possibility. What's really great and useful about it is that it doesn't search only through texts and comments. It can also search through selections. I really hope you find these new features and functions helpful and you will use them. Hear you soon, guys, and until then, enjoy Forms.